one of Georg Schmadtke's first jobs might be to try and sign Alexis Mac Allister. Rich says, it sounds like Mac Allister's going to happen. What are Neil's thoughts? But he's basing this on, and I got a bit more context off when I went back. There's reports in Argentina saying that it's near enough done. I think it was TYC, is it Sports, who said something along the lines of, there's nothing else missing now, we're just waiting for Mac Allister to end the season. I think Sky Sports made a little bit out of yesterday at the end of the game saying he looks like he's saying his goodbyes a little bit. I mean, I'm not sure he was. From the video I watched, he just looked like a fella waving at people. But listen, I might be wrong, but we got down the Mason Mount route, that kind of got roadblocks. Are we expecting Mac Allister roadblocks? Are we confident? How should we?
I suppose it depends on. I think a couple of things. I don't think the player is an issue. Really, it doesn't feel like that anyway. It feels like Liverpool can get Mac Allister. I think the money, is the question. I don't think it's a question. It's just what's the fee going to be? What are Liverpool going to agree with Brighton? I think Brighton are resigned to losing. And you've heard the comments from their chief executive, from the manager. I think they're resigned to at least one, probably both of Mac Allister and Caicedo leaving this summer. Yeah,
can I just clarify on that? Tony Bloom, as reported by Fabrizio Romano, says we'll be able to compete next season even if we lose a couple of star players. That happens at almost every club, and we don't worry as long as we get the players. As long as we get the right price for our players, they'll sometimes go. And De Zerbi mentioned, didn't he? He
said we're probably going to lose some players. Maybe Mac Allister, maybe Caicedo. But then I think he said Matoma and Estupiñán
will stay.
They need another year, which I'm not convinced. I think both of those are really, really good. I think Matoma.
Ciso might be ready to go already. He's played like 10 games. He's brilliant.
Evan Ferguson as well on the run. I'll tell you what, Brighton have got some talent there, 100%. But yeah, I think Mac Allister is at that level. Obviously, won the World Cup, 24. I think he's at the level where the button can be pushed on him in terms of you can rely on him. Exciting player, whoever gets him. I think Liverpool will get him. I agree with Rich. I think Liverpool will end up with Mac Allister playing for them next season, and then it'll be, who else comes in alongside that. But I mean, that's linked to the Mount a little bit, isn't it? There was talk Man United want Mac Allister, so if they are going for Mount, maybe that is sort of the natural conclusion that, well, we ain't going to get both. You get one each, and you move on from there, possibly. But I think, I think that Mac Allister looks like he's definitely on the move this summer, and I think Liverpool are definitely going to be very close at the front of the queue.
No, I agree with that. I tend to believe that. I thought they were going to sign Mason Mount, so what do I know? I'm nowhere near it with you. I suppose that if that's the start of this, I think everyone will be very, very happy. It'll be what comes next, because it looks like, for example, Mason Mount might go to Man United. The Agate links were kind of squashed by Liverpool. It looks like PSG might even be in for him at the moment, and he's going there. The Gravenberch thing is far from concluded, because Bayern Munich don't want to sell him.
Depends on buying,
Yeah, there's a lot of, Núñez was a target, and then he's not, and then there was Conor Gallagher, who was a little bit underwhelming, and Koopman, there's all these kind of things. Again, Schmadtke's got a lot on. You know what I mean? Like, even if Mac Allister is a great first step, and I agree with you, I think Liverpool will sign him. But then he's the obvious one, but there's not really the next one. There's no obvious one for me, because I thought Mason Mount was that, and I've been proved wrong. We've been saying for a while, Neil, Liverpool want to get the business done early, and of course they do. I want a full head of hair and to lose 20 stone, but it's not going to happen.
20 stone?
I mean, okay, I'll be thin. Okay, get down to 20 stone. I'm not that big, by the way. No, I'll be dead. Okay, what do we reckon? I could afford to lose 5 stone, probably.
I know
if what's a maybe is it doesn't seem as straightforward as the summer as I thought it was going to be. It feels messy already.
No, but then there's also that idea that Liverpool have done it before, where a player just comes out and you go, I didn't think they'd sign him. Fabinho was probably a good example of that, wasn't he? But I don't think people were waiting for the summer and going, can we get Fabinho? People just went, all right.
Okay. Cody Gakpo on Christmas Day. Came out.
I think even Darwin Núñez, I think last summer, I think people saw him in the Benfica game, but I don't think people went into that summer thinking, we're going to get Darwin Núñez. I think things can develop very quickly. A target can just emerge and be done almost by the time you realise what's going on. So I think that there are possibilities. It's clear what Liverpool want, what type of player it is. I think they want sort of a certain age. I personally think you're looking between 20 to 25. Maybe 20 is a bit young. You might even be looking more 21, 22. You're looking at a player that's played at a good level, either in the Champions League or in the top flight in Europe for probably more than a couple of seasons. You're looking at someone who can play as a number 8 in maybe different systems. So you can play in as a 2, as a 3, maybe in like you say, in this box sort of system. And you're looking at someone who's not going to cost sort of 100 million plus. So there's plenty out there. That's not. That sounds like a lot of criteria, but it doesn't narrow the field that much. There's a lot of players in that zone. So I think there'll be possibilities for Liverpool, obviously. But yeah, you're right in terms of it's not obvious where you say, oh, yeah, they'll get him and him and him. But I don't think it ever really is. I'm trying to think of the one really where maybe Alisson, when they signed Alisson, it was like we knew they wanted Alisson for a long time. Van Dijk, they wanted them for a long time. Keita was trailed for a long time. But other than that, really none of the signings. I don't think. Who else? Jota was a bit of a surprise one, wasn't he? He didn't come for a while.
Diaz was
out of the I mean, he was linked, but I think it was out of the blue when that was the button was pushed. Nunez obviously as well. So there's possibility for sort of a link to sort of suddenly take off and before you know it, it's done. So I think we know the transfer window on 14th of June, isn't it? It opens. So what's that? 3 weeks. I think we'll see a lot of acceleration in the next 3 weeks.
And also, but there might be a lot done before then, because they all go on all these international games to play, isn't he, as well?
Yeah, of course, yeah, and exactly, and really, without, sounding sort of Captain Hindsight, but a lot of the work is probably done on a lot of targets that we just don't know about it, and it's what comes out and what comes out. So when you say it accelerates quickly, it's like, yeah, but it's not the first time you've spoken to Luis Diaz's agent or the first time you've sort of asked the question of Porto or whatever. A lot of it's done. It's just a case of right now we're going to expedite the sort of the paperwork, the processes of it. The groundwork will be done by most clubs. If it isn't, then something's been going wrong.
Yeah, hopefully Julian's handing a big old file of worked over to George Mac and going, right,
just a list of phone numbers.
He's boxed off. Go and give him get him over the line. You can send the faxes. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that clip from Journo Insights. If you want to check out the entire show, either in video or podcast form, it's available right now on redmenplus.com. Not only did we speak about Alexis Mac Allister, as you've just seen or heard, we also spoke about Lavia, Mason Mount, the appointment of Schmadke, and loads more. So yeah, go to redmenplus.com, check it out, and if you want to get it at a discounted rate, sign up as a yearly club captain, enter the code YEAR, YEAR, and that'll take the price down from £50 for the year to £25 for the year. So yeah, redmenplus.com, check out the whole show, use the discount code, and I'll see you over there.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Check out redmenplus.com, and if you join as a club legend on there at a yearly rate, you'll be instantly emailed 2 codes to get yourself 2 free pieces of merch from redmenmerch.com. Boss Liverpool t-shirts to sit in, watch and listen to our podcast. It's Boss, your boss. See you on redmenplus.com.